News 3 Today starts now.
Speaking of getting out of town for a bit and enjoying some of that money buying happiness, vacationing can actually be well, a little stressful this time of year. So what are we doing wrong? That's what we're trying to answer with happiness expert and coach, Dannie De Novo, joining me live now in studio. I'm going to hit you with the hard-hitting question first. Can money buy happiness, first of all?
No, I think happy is happy. Money enriches happiness, but happiness is just the state of being that you're in.
You can go buy that ticket. It won't necessarily just...
Not necessarily. Then the money coming in won't really matter too much either after you've spent it.
All right, let's talk vacations because they're supposed to be a little relief, a little relaxation. But why can they be so stressful for people?
Yeah, they end up being stressful and laced with anxiety, and because this is what you're doing wrong. So let's say you take your family to the beach, and hopefully you have one cup of coffee before all of the chaos starts. Right. But everyone's ready to go. So you can't find this one's goggles, and you got to pack the gluten-free snacks, make sure you have everything, and then you load everybody up, and the whole way there, everyone's complaining. I'm hot, this is heavy. And the whole morning, all you're thinking to yourself is, I'll be happy when I can sit down at the beach. I'll be happy when. And then you get to the beach and you fluff out your towel and you sit down, and maybe 5 minutes go by, maybe 10 if you're lucky, and a thought creeps in, and you entertain it. It goes something like this. Well, the kids have to eat in 15 minutes, and I'm gonna have to walk, over here, and then wait for the food, so I might as well just leave now. And the whole time you're doing that, Aaron, the thought is, I'll be happy when lunch is over. And you do, I'll be happy when all day long till you go to sleep, and then you do it automatically when you wake up. But the thing is it's not all of your fault, because it's really an addictive cycle. You're surfing these waves of adrenaline and dopamine all day long, but our bodies aren't made to handle that. That's why you become over anxious, burned out, and then sometimes even sick from it.
So what do we, okay, I'll speak from personal experience here. You get a little sand in those snacks, and then you're really having a meltdown. The whole day is gone. What can we do? Okay,
you're going to do two things. You're going to ask yourself two different kinds of questions. The first is called a grounding question. It's going to go something like, where's the emergency, right? And you get to poke a little bit of fun at yourself. Is it really a 4-alarm fire right now, or can I downgrade it to a 1-alarm at least? And the second question I ask in that regard is something like a feeling question. What did it feel like when I kissed my daughter good morning today? And when you do that, it does two things. It pulls you from outside of you back into your own body, which grounds you, and connects you to the present moment, which is where happiness lives. It doesn't live out in one day when. It lives here in the present moment. And the second thing it does is it makes you recall those feelings of security when you're hugging a loved one. The second questions are called perspective questions, okay? What am I trying to accomplish? Why is it important? Would it be the end of the world if it didn't get done today? Would it be the end of the world if it didn't get done in the manner in which I dictate it be done, right? Because when we release that control and we see, we can't live out here, I'll be happy when time, because that time doesn't even exist. And that's what makes us kind of weird and miserable all the time, because it's just a hard thing to do. But when you can see and accept that you can control a little bit in the present moment, and that it's easier to do everything in the present moment, then that's the recipe for real happiness.
I want to just quickly go back to something you said about just tamping down that fire a little bit. Is there a way to put that fire out completely, that stress, that anxiety fire out completely on vacation?
I think so, but you have to really pay attention to it. And it's a little bit easier to do on vacation than at home when you're on complete autopilot. So when you see yourself doing it, do those question exercises. You can do anything that sort of brings up that parasympathetic nervous system. It turns off that adrenaline rush. So ice to the face, or some breathing exercises, anything, again, just to remind you, I'm here now, and you don't want to miss this moment, especially with your family on vacation.
Dannie De Novo, the author of Get in a Good Mood and Stay There. It's available now. You can visit DannieDeNovo.com for more. Thanks so much for joining us here this morning.
So good to be with you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for chatting with us.